Okay, now, before y'all be saying that my life is kind of boring right now, and y'all be thinking that I've been living a boring life, well, let me tell you this, guys. I actually am in peace and harmony. I'm actually experiencing life of nature. But you see, let me tell you some reasons why I stopped going to parties and why I stopped partying. All right? Before we get down with this video, if you're new to my channel, go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, and share this video out as well. And we will get this going. Now, the reason why I stopped going to parties is because, like, when you was like a teenager, like, when you're kids, you like to party a lot and everything. And, I remember I used to love partying and everything. Like every night when I go to the cruise ship, I want to have fun and enjoy the party and live the life that I could. But after a while, you start to feel it gets boring afterwards. But what people don't understand is that when people love to party a lot, they're just wasting their whole life, like spending money to get something to drink on, or they just want to get drunk or anything. But hey, that's not the reason to live your life. Because when you go to the party, it gets very addictive. Because let me tell you, I know what it's like to party all the time. I was just like you. Want to get out the house and go hang out in the club, want to get drunk, want to give me some girls. But when I was alone in the room, till I looked myself in the mirror, saying do I really want to be this guy? Go to the party every year and go to some clubs all the time and every night? But then I tell myself, I gotta do something about this. I don't want to be this guy for the rest of my life. Because guys, let me tell you about when I used to go to the party on the cruise ship. Well, you see, whenever I'd be going to the parties, I used to steal all the spotlight on the dance floor. Like everybody would surround me, and I've been taking over the dance music too. How everybody was cheering for me, how everybody was dancing with me, and how many ladies were looking at me too. But after that, I was like, you know what? I really, really don't want to be this guy anymore. So I say, I really want to change my life and be more with God. I mean, yes, you can still have a good time. I'm not saying you can't have a good time if you, well, you know what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is, I'm not saying that you can't have a good time if you're spending time with God. What I'm saying is that you can you can have a good time with the Lord too. And you don't need to go to a party for it either. Because you know what? Whenever I found Jesus in my life, that's when I'm like, you know what? I don't think I want to go to any clubs. Because you know what? When I saw some clubs, how people, when I be going to some clubs and see how people be dancing and smoking and drinking and getting drunk. But you know what? It turned out in the end, it's not really for me. But what people don't realize is that whenever you be partying too much, it'll eventually ruin your life, and it'll cost the end of your friendship too. And the other thing is, you could lose your job and your house and everything due to all the partying you did. And yes, partying these days, it has gotten very expensive now. Yes, some clubs you go to are very expensive. Well, yes, that's how some young folks be doing. Well, yes, I am young and all, but I don't get involved with any type of parties or what they be doing, because partying is not really for me. So I say you know what? I think I want to do something for myself, like take care of myself. So after years and years of not going to the party, I focused so much more on myself, and in a while, I stay away from all the people who are drunk. Well, you gotta avoid a lot of people who are drunk, and I gotta keep myself out of the party. Like I don't need to go to a bar, and I don't need a kickback, and I don't need to go to a party club. You know why? Because it's not the best way to live my life. So you see, that's why I had to learn. That's why I had to learn the hard way. Partying is not really good. Partying all through the years is not really healthy for you. But like I said, I've learned it the hard way about what to do and what not to do. But now, the way how people see me now, when I don't go to parties anymore, y'all be thinking that my life is boring now. Well, I say I'm actually living a good life. And you know what? I don't need to party to have a good time. And I don't need to get drunk to have a good time. I have a high definition of having a good time. And I have the real meaning of having a good time too. But I don't need to party, and I don't need to drink, and I don't need to get drunk to have a good time. And neither do you. Because like this, when you're drinking too much, it will get way out of hand. And when you be partying too much, it will be way out of hand for you too. Because when you party too much, you only think about yourself and not taking any responsibilities. Or you're not being responsible for yourself. Because in life, it's not all about having fun. Hey, yes, I know you're trying to live up a good life while you can, but there's more to life than just partying all through the years. Sometimes you're gonna have to learn. Sometimes you just got to accept the facts that we're not kids anymore, and we're not teenagers anymore either. And yes, we're all young adults here, but you just gotta realize that sometimes even young adults has responsibilities too. Because there are plenty of young adults out there who don't need to go to a party to live a good life. When there's a party, I only go to one with my family. I only go to one of my family's party, like a family reunion, or when my family's birthday. That's the only few parties I go to. Well, some parties I go to for my family's birthday or family reunion, or when it comes to a baby shower. But like I said, sometimes you just gotta realize that it's okay to party sometimes, but just don't party too much. Because you know what? You're wasting all your life of buying all the drinks. Buying drinks and doing more and more partying all through the years. I used to be like that. And I used to love to go to parties all the time. And I know what you're asking me. What's wrong with not going to a party? And I will say, nothing. We all like to party sometimes, but after a while, you start to feel kind of yucky inside. You start to feel kind of yucky inside. And you feel like and once you get so addicted to the party, you feel like you don't want to want to do anything. So, and after all the party, you'll also feel kind of gross. That's why I decided I want to change my life around. turn my life around and stop going to parties. And you know something? Even though I'm 25 and all, yes, I may not be able to go to any parties like I used to, but at least I'm having a good life, even without partying. You know what? It took me a while to understand that sometimes you don't need to party all the time to make yourself feel good or to make others happy too. What matters is that you're just being you. So yeah, that's the reason why now you understand what I mean, why I don't go to parties like I used to anymore. Yes, sometimes you just gotta have to learn to take self-control, because self-control is always the best, like self-discipline. When you spend your money on every drinks and everything, what's gonna happen? At the end of the day, when you buy drinks too much, you're broke. Broke is a joke. Well, guys, I hope you all enjoyed this video here. And hey, I'll see you later on my next video, alright? Peace out.